You used to live in New York. Of course, when you say New York, you mean the city, right? Because, where else in New York is there, right? Right. So nice, they named it twice. New York, New York. I think it's fair to say no other city on earth would do that, right? Just expect you to know what you're talking about. They're like, so where are you from? Oh, I'm from Massachusetts. Like, whereabouts? Massachusetts, Massachusetts? Is there anywhere else? I think it's interesting, New York's most iconic building. Someone had to design that. It was like, we want a building that's just gonna symbolize New York. Guys like sitting there like, okay, let me figure this out. What do you think of this? We'll just put that on 34th and 5th. 1,300 feet gonna be big enough for you? Think that'll work? Notice radio commercials sound different when you're in New York versus Vermont. A radio commercial for like a car dealership will sound something like, Mercedes-Benz Manhattan invites you to our summer clearance sale. This summer with a new E-Series Mercedes-Benz, discover how style and luxury can coexist. You ever heard a car commercial in New England? Like, come on down to Claremont Mercedes-Benz. I'll tell you, we got a couple sweet-ass deals for you folks. Come check out the new E-Series Mercedes where you'll see style and luxury coming together in one sweet-ass package. Claremont Mercedes-Benz. Don't be the only person in Claremont not driving one. I went a different way on that one. Mercedes-Benz Manhattan got John Hamm from Mad Men. Claremont Mercedes-Benz Rusty DeWeese for the last 25 years. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, all right? I think about being an old man quite often. When I'm gonna be, not yet, right? So all I think about, what's Grandpa Collen gonna be like? Who is Grandpa Collen gonna be like? I just always imagine I'm going to be talking to someone named Little Johnny, Because it really only takes one good eye injury and you become an old man. It's like, now, Little Johnny, what did I tell you about running around with things in your hand? Because I injured myself in my eye. I got a cornea abrasion. Anybody ever had that, cornea abrasion? Very painful. I sustained that when I was trying to move a potted palm tree. Not a real tough guy way of doing it. That didn't happen. True story. Yeah, I got a cornea abrasion. That's when you literally cut the surface of your eye. It's the third largest cause of blindness in the entire world. First two are politics and religion. Hope we find a cure for that soon. Yeah, it was very painful. So all these different eye specialists. Saw this one doctor. I said, my eye really is sensitive to light. It feels better when I put a patch over it. Would it make sense for me to wear an eye patch? The doctor's like, if you want to wear an eye patch, you can. I said, where could I find one of those? The doctor says verbatim, I'd imagine at any pharmacy or party store. Okay. Like, I guess the next stop's Party City. No, that's what the doctor said. Show up, you're like, do you have anything that doesn't come with a bandana? Or that weird sponge for a 5 o'clock shadow? I don't think either of those are going to be necessary. As an old man, I'm not going to have any antiques to give my grandkids. I'm not going to have anything for little Johnny. Because I have stuff from both my grandfathers that are cool and still work, But like someday they're going to be like, hey, Grandpa, what's this? And I'll be like, that was really cool. I believe we had a charger around here for that somewhere. Where the hell that went? I'm not going to be able to give advice as an old man. You know, those old-time sayings that make a lot of sense, you know, the wisdom. Because we speak in, like, acronyms now, right? And, like, emojis, you know? Grandpa Collen's just going to be walking around like, what's the matter, little Johnny? FOMO? Well, YOLO, mofo, get out there. I worry about the literacy of the younger people in this country. Amen. Amen. I do. Because I was in LA recently and I saw a billboard for a movie someone spent a lot of money on. And on the billboard was just a picture of an emoji. It was a skull. Then it was the emoji of the pile of poop. And then the letter L. Anybody know what this means? Here. Deadpool, right? Who couldn't read that? And I'm like sitting there thinking, like, my God, like people actually could read this, you know, this nonsense. So you know there's some kid in like a biology class somewhere in this country going like, I got no idea what's in this book. Could we transcribe it to pictures of skulls and little piles of shit? Could we do that, please? I would love to know what you people are talking about. I don't use the emojis. I was never particularly a strong reader either as a kid, myself. I was given a diagnosis with ADHD and dyslexia. I'll never forget the day that they told me I was dyslexic. They said, Mr. Doyle, we believe you're dyslexic. Here's a large book. You can read all about it. I'll be sure to get right through that. Absolutely. Like a pamphlet with pictures would probably have made more sense. Like, you can't read. How was that? Barbara Bush recently passed away. Very telling of you, Barbara. Yeah, what about it? No round of applause for the silver fox, huh? Barbara's, one of her biggest claims to fame was actually working for literacy. Fortunately, she didn't spend enough time doing that in the house, huh? Ooh. I mean, it's kind of true, right? She kind of had for like 8 years going like, I gotta tell you right now, okay, I'm the decider, and if I decide on using nuclear weapons, that's what we're gonna do. Owe it all to the silver fox. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Try not to watch a lot of politics or the news. Donald Trump. I don't know if you've noticed, every time I see Donald Trump on television, I think he has a very specific goal. And that is to make Bernie Sanders have a heart attack. I'm pretty certain of this. He just comes on television, he's like, look, I gotta tell you, and I mean this, nobody knew how unbelievably complex the healthcare system is. Nobody knew. Nobody had a clue. Nobody. Nobody knew. You know, just somewhere in Vermont, Bernie Sanders like, let me get this straight. Okay, let me get this straight. Nobody knew how unbelievably complex the healthcare system is. Okay. Newsflash, Donald. Some of us who spent 8 years on the Senate floor with the insurance company, some of us had a little bit of an idea of how unbelievably complex the healthcare system is. It appears Senator Sanders has a heart attack on the Senate floor. Oh, he's back. He's back. It was a minor heart attack.